Often asked, how do I keep up with everything? Well, what I use is an RSS reader. Today I'm going to show you how you can get started using an RSS reader and follow your favorite sites automatically. You can think of an RSS reader as like a Facebook feed or a Twitter feed. They only contain articles of sites that you follow, along with them being in the order you want without any computer interference trying to show you what you want to see. It puts you in control of your reading. There are several out there, several RSS readers out there. I right now have really like Reader. There are other ones you can use. They make it really easy to jump from reader to reader if you want. You can easily export your subscriptions and import them into another reader if you like. All of them have pretty good clients that you can use on mobile or on the web. I'm just going to show you Reader. Check it out. Check out Feedly. Go online, read some reviews of. This is not to be a review of RSS readers. It's to be a video on using an RSS reader. We are going to sign up with Reader, and I can use my Google login. And there we are. Right away, bring your own sources. You can export, if you're using another RSS reader, you can export, and they call it OPML. It's just markup. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about those OPML letters. Just know that it's a file that can be used with all the RSS readers. To get the most out of this, we can add searching for feeds, but that works okay. When I type in education, it'll show some of these websites that pop up that are about education. And if I want to start following it, I'll hit subscribe. So let's follow NPR's education. And it already has some of their articles. But you can also install the Reader Chrome extension. Remember, it's going to show up if you watch any of my videos. As soon as I hit the X here, it disappears. We have to click the puzzle piece and pin that so we can actually use it. Once you have the extension installed, you can navigate to a site that you want to follow, such as this great site. Now the extension will show up that you have 20 unread articles. Those are the NPR articles we added. But I want to subscribe to this site. So I can click on the icon and click plus, and it's going to go try to find the RSS feeds that are in this. There's the main feed and there's the comments. Comments aren't really a big deal, so don't follow those. Follow the main feed here. And now, once I hit the plus, it's added to Reader, and when I post new articles here, it'll also show up in Reader. So now that you subscribe to this feed, you can go to other sites, such as Eric's site here. I can click the plus, and click the icon, then hit the plus, and there's the feeds for his posts. So I can hit the plus, and now it's going to be in my reader. So I'm going to switch back over to my reader. Now there are 75 articles in there. And down here it'll show there's 50 on educate.me, 20 in education, and 5 in Control-Alt-Achieve. Now as you scroll down through these, we want to be able to look at these a little bit better than they are. Had to remember because I have this set up for me, and then it takes me a little bit. I like to put them in list view, so now they have them all in the list. And since I just started, and it's putting the newest at the top. So my other thing I like to do is to sort them by oldest first. Now that's totally different than what you're used to if you go to a website or go to Twitter or Facebook. It always puts the newest on top. I like to put the oldest on top. Now, as I go through the list of articles, I only want to do the unread. By default, it had the all articles. I want to do unread articles. Now it's just showing me my unread articles, and the order of these is going to be something a little weird because we just subscribed. So one other piece that I like to change, and I got to remember where it is. Behavior marking as read. Scroll tracking will mark items read as you scroll past them, but it's only right now set for expanded view, and I like to use them on list view. You can play around with these different items. If I don't have those automatically marked, I can hit the little guy right here and mark those as read. That's a pain to do when you have a lot to go through. But we can go to preferences, marking as read, and I'm going to check this list view. Now it's going to, as I scroll down through the list, it's going to mark those as read. So I can look at these articles. Okay, I want to read that one. I can click on it and read it. And as I scroll to the bottom of his article, it'll go to the next article. Well, I don't want to read that. I just want to kind of scroll through these. As I scroll through them, I'll scroll back up now. Look, these are automatically marked as read. And you can see the numbers going down. Once I get through all of them, there's only 3 articles still here, and if I scroll through those, now there's none read. So every time I go to my RSS reader, it will only show me the articles I have not seen before. So you are not scrolling through stuff that's been posted and you've seen it a lot, or you don't remember, did I read this or not yet? You know, it'll be new items showing up in the RSS reader as you go through it. Let's add another site on here to look at. So I go to Shake Up Learning site with Casey Bell, click my Einer reader, hit the plus, and it's going to find the RSS feeds, and I'm going to add that. And then in a little bit, those articles will show up. If I click the 13 unread, it's going to pop up there. So now I can sit here and go through it, and it'll automatically mark them as read as I scroll through it. I can click on them to open them up. I can do all sorts of things with the articles themselves. I can star them to save them for later. I can just do a ton of things. But the beauty of RSS is it'll pop up only when something new. I don't have to go to Control-Alt-G, Shake Up Learning, Educate.me every day to see if there's something new. It'll pop it up here automatically all together. And by default, the little Einer reader icon, when it updates here, it'll show me that I have 9 unread. So I can easily jump to the 9 unread. See, when I clicked on it, it updated, but it'll do that in the background as you do it. RSS is a great way to follow a bunch of sites. Most sites have an RSS feed. Even if you didn't know it, they've got one. So you can follow along and not have to, I have several hundred sites in my RSS reader. There is no way I could go to several hundred sites every day to see what's new. This way they push to me. I only see the new posts. I can figure out whether I want to see them or not and go on from there. As you get more comfortable with using this, one other feature that you might want to check out is the keys. How I read, I do not have marking as read. I do not have scroll tracking, so it won't read as I scroll through the list. See, it won't read. This is how I do it. N and P will navigate up and down through the articles. M will mark them as read. So when I sit down to read my RSS feeds, I'll usually go through here. I'm hitting the N right now, or that was the M. I can go down and say, okay, I don't want to read that article. I'm not interested in that one or that one, but I am interested in that one, not that one, not that one, and not that one. I'll go through and mark as red the ones that I can tell from the title that I'm not going to be interested in. And that was just N as in Nancy, and then M for mark as red. Now I can hit the 3 on red, and it'll only show me the ones that I haven't marked red. And the O will open it up, or I could click on it. So that's how I go through it. That was a brief overview of getting started with using an RSS reader. Just try it out. Find a few of your favorite sites, add them to it, and try to get comfortable in using an RSS reader in your everyday, trying to keep up with things. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button down below, and also check me out over at educate.me. And of course, subscribe to me over at educate.me. Stay classy.